Okay, great afternoon. Well, I'm going to read with the Alchemical Tarot Renewed. Okay, and I asked about McCarthy. You know, he's coming in and they've got their new rules thing and all of that going on. And I'll show you how different it is with different cards. So what I got at the center of it, you know, this is supposed to be the Hierophant. Somebody in the know that's in government, somebody that you would come to for, you know, that knows what they're doing, okay? So this is him, and he's gathering the people. He, you know, promised this one this and that one that, you know. So we're looking at all of this stuff. Now going into it, usually this is the card of the struggle, or the, oh, I take it back. No, I'm thinking of Five of Wands. This is the one of abuses of power. But we look at this and the mental thing, because swords is a mental realm. In the mental realm, what do we have back here? I'm trying to hold this so you can see it. Broken. Okay, so trying to repair this broken ideology, that they're going to come in there and have this strength and be able to, you know, abuse the power, okay? But it's broken. Their mentation is not solid. So that's what I get from this deck. Vastly different than what I would get with the abuse of power. But he's over there with the fires going and trying to repair and figure out how he's going to get out of this now, okay? So then what we have the challenge is, now usually this is the Aide of Cups walking away, okay? But in this case, no. Trying to construct something to hold water, okay? He's trying. I'm trying to create something to hold water, trying to figure a way out of what he's done, trying to find a way to make it viable. So what we have next, we have things up in flames, okay? The actions, you know, this was supposed to have the phoenix rising from the ashes. It was going to be all better, but it's up in flames because we had what going into it? Sort of like the steel. Kind of like the steel, but not really the steel. He can only hold on to one thing, okay? All the rest is falling, left behind. So he's not really getting away with a whole lot, okay? And he's got to be careful, because what happens? You try to grab a sword in your mouth, you may get cut. So his words may cut him. Then we have the challenges to move forward. So we've got the Repugly Uglies here, and they're up on these things, and you can't really move because they are doing this balancing act now. And so, oh my goodness. So the next layer, we have the Knight of Swords. Now usually Knight of Swords is charging forward. Well, in this one, he's not charging forward. You know, he's going to slay the dragon. He thinks that he has got the mental wherewithal now, that he's coming out. He thinks he's all armored up, and I'm going to slay the dragon. I am going to get even with the Democrats. You just watch what I do. But, you know, going into it, they've got their song, okay? They've got their mentation, their mental attitude, the song that they're singing. But, you know, when it comes to going forward, doing the action, trying to light this up, but it's not really moving. This is like prior to action, trying to find a way to go forward. So next layer, we have the World. You know, how is this going to work out? What is going to be the concluding play of this? Because going into it, we have those working together, trying to juggle this, trying to balance it. The challenge is moving forward, actually implementing this in the world, grounded action, putting it into place. And the last thing we have is their ideations are kind of crossed. They're not taking anything in. They're not listening. They're not willing to hear. When it comes to the lovers, and let me kind of, we have younger viewers here. So, those they're in bed with, those that are having these really close communications and think that they're going to do this, but we've got the Hermit, the investigations. So it doesn't look like it's going to go forward so well. Let's see what we have underneath of it all. We have the King of Swords, okay? I've got this stuff. I'm going to figure it out. Think they've got it all, in hand. Then we have, this is the struggle. They're in the midst of the flames, in the midst of this action. But the fools are standing there. Rather than getting out of the fire, they're standing in the fire, okay? And we have next, wanting to move this action forward, okay? Again, wanting to move, wanting their ship to come in, but we've got, what is this? The hidden things, okay? What's being hidden? We have what is it that they are actually going to be able to harvest, okay? The wheel is turning, but they're going to find out there's stuff that they're trying to construct now to hold water. It's what's happening with it. It's not holding water. We got a lot of broken things. Could be broken promises. Could be, facing loss. And I think they're going to have a lot of the loss when it comes to being able to implement this thing like Jim Jordan thinks he's going to find out all this information that's happening on these investigations and be able to railroad things. Okay? So we have they're emotionally caught up in this, trying to how do I want to say, not solidify, but to anyway, trying to move this forward. They've got things percolating, they think. They've got this and trying to manufacture, extricate. I just see it like the essence of this stuff. But what we have here is what? The death. It's not going to work. It's not going to work for them. Okay? Again, they're struggling. These things are coming quickly. Okay? That stuff is coming quickly. They're trying to, in the midst of chopping it down, trying to, but not going to happen. Okay? When it comes to all of that, wanting to hold on to power, hold on. These are the ultra maggot people wanting to bring him back into power. Because what's under it, okay, is the dark elements of it, the moon, the delusion, the illusion of all of this nonsense, okay? So, again, reading with this one, the Alchemical Tarot Renewed, 4th edition, I get a vastly different reading and interpretation than I would if I have my regular Rider-Waite cards. Let me know what you think of this. But, oh my goodness, it doesn't look like it's going to bode well for them at all. At least not according to the deck that I'm reading from this time. Okay, strength is not on their side. Okay, in the strength we have the heart, and you have to balance the light from the illusions. Okay, you got to know what you're doing, where you're going. So let me know what you think of this reading, and we'll have to see what happens going forward. This is an interesting deck to use for some of that, you know. Now, today I'm kind of going through my decks and figuring which ones I want to use a little more. Pulling out stuff I haven't seen for quite some time. And just checking them out again. So thanks for tuning in, and I'll see you online.